What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Get this link posted across the board, then we get to go, yeah? How is everybody's weekend, guys? What's up, everybody? Getting this link posted, guys, then we can get underway with the scan here. Gonna be on TikTok, be on Instagram, be on everything, guys. Alright, sweet. Let's get it, guys. What's up, Asaf? One second. Oh. Oh, I got my little Yankee hat on. What's up, John? Good, but this week will be better. Sounds good, guys. That's what I like to hear. What's up, TikTok? What's up, everybody? Last week was a really good week for me. I know for some it was a little difficult. It was a very challenging week overall. Probably the most volatile week that I've witnessed, and I did trade through COVID. So that definitely says a lot. That definitely says a lot about what last week kind of had for us. But if you came out on top green or just didn't do anything terrible, then you're good. I'm in New York. Dom. I'm in New York. If anybody has any questions, any tickers they want me to cover, guys, feel free to let me know. I'll just be doing some scans. What's up, Jason? Long time no talk, bro. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, guys, last week was a really good week for me. One of my biggest weeks in a while. With futures and options, it was a little bit over 20,000. So, is my system similar to Rake's? It's definitely similar. We have some similarities. I'm definitely a lot more EMA based, where he's not. The EMAs are kind of the forefront of my system, and I believe the way that I use them is kind of different than others. And I am doing a mastermind, guys. I'm doing a mastermind in 2 weeks. Well, actually, it's in 10 days. So if anyone wants to make sure that they're on the wait list or they're on the application list, make sure the link is in the bio, guys. What's up, Veganizer? Been doing great. Sounds good, brother. Love it. OKLO. Someone said this, guys. So for me personally, I'm still not overly interested in a lot of names, a lot of individual names, as I mentioned. Last week, all my trades pretty much were SPY, QQQ. For those in the Discord, you guys know that. So for this one, we were in a daily downtrend, weekly just flipped, and the monthly's trying to bounce off the 20. So for this, I would like to see the daily flip back into an uptrend. If the daily can flip back into an uptrend, basically about like 30 bucks, I'm gonna be interested in OKLO. But for now, not overly interested, guys. The link is in the bio, Johnny. The link is in the bio for the mastermind. Applications are out. We're only accepting a certain amount of people, so make sure if you guys want to join, you apply now, guys. Any insight for a beginner? I would say invest in your education. Like I just said, I'm doing a mastermind in 10 days, so. Jose, thank you for the follow on TikTok. You have two options. You either pay the market or you pay for your education. I paid the market initially until I, kind of smartened up, and I, kind of paid for some education. So we are going lower. We could go lower, but the thing is, what's beautiful about options and futures, guys, is you can make money even if the market's going down. That's the beautiful thing. S'more, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. Let me know if anybody else has any other tickers they want me to cover. Any other questions about the mastermind? Again, guys, the mastermind waitlist and the applications are in the bio. Rudely, thank you for the follow. Let me know if anybody else has any other tickers, guys. Go Knicks, let's go. Rudely, thank you for the gifts. Kiki, thank you for the gifts. Yeah, Kiki, you want me to do TTD, you said? Got you. Oops, TTD. So TTD actually is a little interesting to me because it must have deleted my levels, but we're at a pretty key spot right here. This general like support zone should hold, and at least as of now, it is holding. It is very possible we do make new lows, but this is a name that has dropped now like 70% from the highs in about 2 months. So I would look for some type of relief bounce, right? The weekly 8 EMA is all the way at 62, so it wouldn't be unreasonable to get back up to $55-$60. But Zach, I love how I want to talk to everyone but ignore my DM. I'll check out your DM after this stream. I don't really check DMs on TikTok. If you want to get to me, Instagram and Discord are better, guys, for sure. I don't use RSI. No, RSI, in my opinion, is not very good. That's the analysis for TTD. Tesla. So Tesla has a double inside bar, as we mentioned, too. Kind of similar to the indices, right? Kind of similar view to the indices, right? QQQ, SPY, kind of similar look. Looks like we're gapping up now. It's very simple for Tesla again. Tesla needs to flip the daily. We do have earnings in a couple weeks here, so that could probably be the catalyst. Looking at this weekly, the weekly's in a downtrend. Monthly is trying to hold on. So I would say if we can get a dip into the earnings, it's probably a good opportunity to go long if you like it. So someone said SMCI. I'm trying to get through all the tickers, guys. I'm streaming on a bunch of different platforms here, making sure that I can get to all the different tickers here. You got it, Kiki. And guys, remember, if you're not already following, do me a favor and double tap the streams, like the streams, drop me a follow. And if you want to join the mastermind waitlist, the link is in the bio, guys, to apply as well. Don't we think that the Nasdaq and tech is going to be the very least trend up since tariffs have been released on smartphones, computer, blah blah? I mean, we definitely can get a positive day or two for sure. But I'll cover SMCI first. It's kind of the same view, guys. A lot of these names have similar views as the market, and the key thing right now for me is I want to look for names that either have relative strength or relative weakness, because a lot of these names are just going to move with the market. That's why right now I'm trading either the relative strength names or I'm trading names that have a little bit different look to it, right? That don't look exactly like the market. But now talking about kind of the view here, in my opinion, I think we are going to get an upside move, but I think it's going to just be another, so basically, as far as market structure goes, and market structure, guys, in my opinion, is the most overlooked thing. It's kind of the most simple, but also the most overlooked. People don't pay enough attention to it. And for market structure, right, if we break this previous 549, call it 550 high, we make a new high in the interim trend. It's very simple. There's no subjectivity behind that. But the thing is, at some point, we're going to have to make a higher low. So my kind of bet is that we're going to pop higher, maybe fill somewhere around the 555 to 560 gap, and then put in some type of higher low. That pop higher will also coexist with the weekly EMAs. So somewhere in this area here, we should also reject. And that's what I'm going to be looking for next week. So if I can capture part of the move up, great. If not, I'll capture part of the move down. There's an easy play for both sides, in my opinion. CrowdStrike. Someone said CrowdStrike, guys. I'm getting to all the tickers as much as possible. But again, if you're in the Discord, guys, post it in the Discord, tag me in the stock chat. I'll make sure I get to you guys and post the analysis in the Discord as I always do. So looking at the weekly chart, weekly's trying to have a failed sell, which actually looks good. The monthly looks solid. The daily looks... So this is actually one that does look pretty good here. I will say this does look pretty good. Basically above this high, 380s. Back up to like 385-ish. Yeah, I definitely like this one. I would say let this daily flip above 380. From there, our target to be 390, roughly, and then 407, guys. I post all the A-plus analysis, as always, in the Discord, guys, so make sure, if you guys want to get access to that, the link is in the bio to join the Discord as well. I post it in the charting section all the time, so. Crowd. Weekly failed sell. Daily trying to flip up. Over 380. I like longs. Targets 389, 400, and 407. Very nice chart there. Liking that one. Appreciate whoever recommended that one. Someone said Baba, Costco. I'll get to all of them, guys. I'm reading through all the chats, right? So, Baba here, daily inside bar. Look at the weekly. We're still technically in an uptrend. This is a key pattern right here, by the way. This is a key kind of. I don't want to go too much in detail, but in the mastermind, I cover what this means on different time frames. That's all I'm going to say there. And so we'll see what happens. Monthly is also bouncing off the 20 EMA, so I'm looking for a retest of the daily 8 and possibly daily 20 EMA in Baba before potential more downside. Whenever this name, and keep in mind, this may take a while, and it obviously depends maybe on some of the fundamentals. Keep in mind, this was only maybe a week, or maybe not actually a week. Like maybe 2 weeks prior, this was kind of the safe haven name, and obviously all the fundamentals kind of shook that up a bit. But in the event that everything gets clear with China, in the event this flips back into a daily uptrend, this is a stock that I'm going to swing for multiple months, and I think we're going to see probably close to 200 at the end of the year, if all is said and done. So I definitely like that one. Someone said JD as well. JD, daily downtrend. Weekly doesn't look as good as does the monthly. So I would say I prefer Baba here for sure. Because if you look at this JD chart, it's a potential lower high on the monthly. And so just overall, Baba looks a lot cleaner. All right, covered CrowdStrike, covered Baba, covered JD. Recommend some investments for the long-term hold. I don't do that, guys. Everything that I personally do is posted in the Discord. And so if you get all my plays, join the Discord. It's that simple. I don't give out long-term investment advice or anything like that. E Gonzalez, thank you for the follow. Someone said at Whiskey Golden, thank you for the gift as well. So we got a daily downtrend here, weekly downtrend, monthly's trying to hold. So once this gets to a daily uptrend, you take longs. Again, a lot of charts are looking like this. NQ is breaking higher. Let me just take a look right here. If NQ can hold above VWAP, it's probably a good long. I would say 15-minute close above VWAP, or at least a 5-minute buy setup is probably a good long. We'll kind of revisit that and see. But a lot of these names still look very similar, guys. We want to find the names that are outliers. Like, look at this chart on app, right? Looks very similar, to the S&Ps. Now look at this name on Crowd. A lot different, right? A lot better, a lot different. Look at Net. Look at Crowd, right? Look at Tesla. Look at Crowd. I'm done with the examples, but you guys get the point. SoFi, kind of same view, guys. If anything looks like this, right? They all look the same, right? So let's just go back. SoFi, Tesla, SMCI, Apple, kind of similar view too. The only difference about Apple, guys, is you're probably going to gap up on some news tomorrow, so keep that in mind. But a lot of these names look the same. We look for the outliers. We look for the crowd. Someone said Costco. Costco looks good as well, right? Looking at this weekly. Weekly's trying to flip up, right? So I really do like this chart as well. I mentioned this on Friday. We never got the entry. So the daily is flipping. We're still looking for a swing target of this gap fill here. So daily flips. Once we kind of break above, let's call it 970s. That's the long target. Looking for gap fill, guys. Cost daily trying to flip over 970. Looking for 1,000 and gap fill. But guys, I will say that I'm going to save most of my bullets this week for these post-earnings trades that are coming later on in the week. So keep that in mind. All right, covered Apple. Okay, I'm looking in the chats. LMT and MU, and I think I caught up with everything else, guys. If I missed something, let me know in the chats. LMT looks decent. Weekly's banging right into the resistance, so is the monthly. So I would say that if we can get a weekly flip, so most likely we need to either rip higher and pull back, which would be an entry, or some consolidation. Either one I like. Bullish for Monday? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the futures open for tomorrow, right, guys? But again, guys, if you want to join the mastermind, make sure you click the link in the bio to apply. The applications are live right now, so make sure you guys take advantage of that if you do want to join me and the team. The world, thank you for the follow. We are, for the first time ever as well, doing a 4-month payment plan for those that maybe cannot pay up front. 4-month payment plan. Can't get better than that. I mean, I guess a 5-month payment plan, but 4 as it is good. Again, similar type of looking chart, guys. Weekly downtrend, daily's trying to flip, monthly still holding on. So once this flips, right, we have to realize everyone's been trying to get the bottom, and we keep fading, we keep fading. There's no reason trying to get the bottom, right? We actually did snipe the bottom. We sniped the bottom on Monday, and I got a good piece of this move on Wednesday as well. For those that don't follow me, from social media, who are just kind of picking me up here for the first time on streams, in 7 trading days, I turned an option account from $3,000 to $20,000. No full ports, no YOLOs, only actually 1 0-day trade. Most of them are 1 or 2 days expiration at the very least. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to do that, I posted all the gains on the social media, so it's all out there for the world. PANW, we'll check it out. Yeah, so again, PANW, daily downtrend, weekly downtrend, monthly's looking better. So for me, again, we were looking for the names that look strong. Crowd, a lot better than PANW, right? Costco, a lot better. I want to see the names that are already in a daily uptrend, because if the market pushes higher, these are the names that will outperform. It's very simple. Not a bad ticker, not a bad one, not opposed to it, but crowd's just much better. AMD, another one that I'm not really loving, right? Daily downtrend, weekly downtrend. The monthly's also looking a bit suspect here as well. We really need to have some type of strong monthly reversal candle before I'm really interested in this name. This name's been weak pretty much for a year, so. And again, guys, like I said before, if you guys are just missing it, just coming in right now, I'm doing my mastermind. April 22nd is the first day. The link is in the bio on all the different platforms that I'm streaming on right now. So if you are interested in joining the team, apply now, guys. Upstart UPST. Yeah, I don't love it. Same kind of deal. Weekly downtrend, daily downtrend. Monthly is not looking good. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. I'm looking for the names that are strong, guys. Show me the names that are strong. McDonald's. This one's a little bit better. I did notice this one. I don't really like trading this name too much, but it's not bad. Once the daily flips, I'd be interested. So this one's kind of like on an in-between watch. Wait a couple days for it. But we do have a bunch of earnings this week. This is like the first real big week of earnings. Let me check real quick. So this week, a lot of bank earnings. We got UAL on Tuesday. Let's see, is there a trade here? UAL probably a gap up to like 81 would be a short. What else we got here? J&J. Nice weekly reversal. Monthly's in a downtrend. Daily. Yeah, this one's a little bit shaky. I don't know if I love it. AA. This one I'd probably look for a short, I had to imagine. Yeah, I'd probably look for a short here. Underneath like 21. Yeah, I'd probably look for a short underneath 21. What else we got, guys? TSM. We do actually have some later in the week that are nice. We have TSM. Chip name, right? So we have TSM. We have ASML. Weekly, monthly. Yeah, I don't really love this one as well. I would say a short under like 576 would be valid. Oh, and then we had Netflix. Netflix is actually one as well that I do like. It's not as close to flipping, but it didn't get hit as hard as some other names. So I think, yeah, it's still in a weekly uptrend, monthly uptrend. So I do like this one. A gap anywhere above like 1,000 would be great. I really like that one. Blex, thank you for the follow as well. I'm not in futures right now, guys. I took some trades earlier. I posted it in the mastermind chat in the Discord. JPM. JPM daily downtrend, weekly downtrend. The monthly's trying to hold on. So I would say once the daily flips back into an uptrend, that would be a good long there, guys. Blacks, thank you for the gift. How did I change the interval? You just type on your keyboard. So just type 15. You can type 60 for the hour, type 1D for the day, 3M for the 3 month. That's it. JPM, Crowd, and Costco all have A plus setups. I would definitely say I prefer Crowd and Costco. JPM definitely not yet. JPM definitely not yet. It's stronger than most, but JPM not as much. MSTR someone mentioned. Yeah, weekly's flipped to the downside. I mean, this name's just really been consolidating. It's kind of like a double inside monthly bar here. I want to see this into strength. So really a break of a previous high, right? This thing's really just been consolidating for a while now after this crazy long move, right? I actually kind of drew this wedge already, right? This little wedge that we kind of broke out, now back in. So, I mean, we just need to break a previous high. So above like 340s, I really like this one. Yeah, on TradingView, yes. I already covered Apple. Mastermind application in the bio, guys. Again, if anyone wants to join and learn everything from me. So far on the year, $55,000 in futures withdrawals. Last week was a $20,000 week across the board. Sky, thank you for the gift. Thoughts on gold? Honestly, guys, I don't really trade gold much. It's a bit too volatile for me. But with that being said, it's very strong. So I would just buy all pullbacks for the time being. I would not try to time the top on it. This is a parabolic run that's going on. Let me know if anybody else has any other questions, guys. KO. Yeah, this one's not bad. I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of just fills out this range some more here, right? So I probably wouldn't touch it myself. I'm really gonna try to save the bullets this week for something that's like A plus plus plus, or post earnings name and then the indices. Did talk about Trump's tariff strat? No, I did not talk about it. No. Trump's tariff strat is just random. There's no way to really know. Let's see whatever happened with NQ. See, did it break out? Did we get a move? I said above 19,030s. All right, we did get a move, yeah. Above VWAP, we did get about 25 points, so not bad. If we get this 15 minute to close above, maybe a 5-minute retest, break above like here, that should send us higher. How do you know if a company is a good to sit in versus a company you should pull out and watch? I don't really long-term invest too much, guys, but again, all of the analysis I post in the Discord, all the plays I post in the Discord, so if you want to get all of my personal plays, join the Discord. The link is in the bio. Use code ZACH, Z-A-C-H, gets you a 30% discount for life. I'm trying to get started, just don't know how. Thank you for the follow, Connor, as well. Listen, if you don't know how, I'm telling you, whether it's with myself or somebody else, invest in your education. I'm telling you right now, invest in your education. Like I said, my mastermind is in 2 weeks. It's actually in 10 days. April 22nd we start. The applications are live. Link is in the bio. But at the very least, join the Discord. You'll learn so much. Someone said Amazon. Amazon, same kind of view as the S&Ps, guys. Wait for the daily to flip. Once the daily and weekly flip back into an uptrend on the S&Ps, we're going to go on a multi-month, potentially multi-year absolute face ripper, guys. There's going to be so many trap shorts just going to be prepared to get, well, maybe not prepared, but that are going to get smashed. LSX Drew, thank you for the follow. Again, guys, invest in your education. Which trade did I take? Initially, guys, I took a trade in the NASDAQ, as you guys can see on my screen. But I'll show, oh, look at this. We're ripping even more. What did I tell you guys? Above VWAP, 5-minute, boom, look at that. What did I tell you guys? Above VWAP, initially it was above like, I think the alert was at 30s. And we're 35 points higher, which is $700. But the trade that I took, guys, was right here. I went long right here at around 70 something, 71 or something. I went long right there. My stop loss was underneath the previous wick. My target was VWAP. And I shared that with the mastermind crew. It's about a 40-point stop, about 50-point take profit. I sold at 22 though, so I sold at 22. That's where my fill was. So, nonetheless, very good trade. $1,500. The Discord link is in the bio. Link in the bio. Do I think it's going back down? No, as I said, I think it's going back up. I said as soon as we break here, boom, we're good. Above 30s, boom, we're good. You can just catch these 15, 20, 25, 30 point moves like nothing, guys. Connor P Money, thank you for the gifts as well. I don't really do bond. I don't really do bond analysis personally, guys. Nvidia, same view as these indices, guys. Wait for the daily flip. Wait for the weekly flip. Find me names that are stronger than the indices, then we'll start talking. Thoughts on FXI? This is just China, right? I just prefer like the individual names, but FXI is fine. If you're a bull on China, obviously FXI is good. I prefer the individual names. Thoughts on Nvidia? Nvidia is not bad. I already went over that. A lot of people predicting FXI to blow up. I mean, if you look at FXI, which is the Chinese, whatever, this thing dropped from 38 to 29. That's like a 30% drop in just a couple weeks. So, BA, not a big fan of this ticker. Weekly downtrend, daily downtrend, monthly is then a downtrend. I would stay away unless you're looking for shorts. This one does look interesting though. This Groupon. Trying to break out of a multi-year base here. May see some expanded daily ranges too, so we'll see. Good looking one there. Someone said Uber. Uber doesn't look terrible. Uber is one of the stronger-ish ones, right? The daily it didn't get hit as hard. So what we want to see is names that either did not get hit as hard or names that have relative strength compared to the S and Ps. So this name obviously looks like the S and Ps as far as the daily structure, right? But overall, from the highs, it did not get hit as bad. So the weekly is still technically in an uptrend, as is the monthly. So whenever the S and Ps do get back into an uptrend, this will definitely be one on focus. Not just yet though. Yeah, this one's interesting too. This one's just been ripping. I don't really know if I want to trade it, but another one too is this one, Webull. Webull has a crazy. This is Webull. This is Webull. It's gonna have a crazy gap up in the morning. I already covered Apple, guys. MA and M. I don't really know about this stock, guys. I don't really trade stuff that looks like this. I just stay away. MA, kind of same deal. Daily downtrend, weekly downtrend. Monthly is not looking the best. I mean, it's trying. So, all these names look the same. All these names look the same. This one definitely looks interesting. This PLTR with an inside bar. Yeah, this one definitely does not look bad. So I would say above 89s, this daily would flip, and then we would target 92 and 99. I definitely don't mind this one. So above 89, double inside bar above 89. That one looks real good. PLTR, double inside daily bar above Friday high can long. Targets are what again? Targets are 93 and 90 and 100. Solid looking charts there. I already covered SoFi. Richard, thank you for the gift. Appreciate that. And guys, if just for the sake of time, I can't be going over the same ticker multiple times. So if you guys do want to make sure your analysis get answered, I make sure, even if the double, triple, quadruple, if it's in the Discord, I'll make sure to get you guys analysis done. So click link in the bio if you're not already in there. Tag me in the stock chat if you want me to go over something. Something that she said. Alrighty. User, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Let me know, guys, if anyone has any other questions for me. Hymns, daily downtrend, weekly's about to flip, monthly's trying to hold. So kind of the same deal, guys. You gotta just wait. You gotta just wait for the daily to flip back up. Thoughts on NVIDIA? I already covered NVIDIA a bunch of times. Like I said, for the sake of time, I'm not gonna be covering it again. But it looks the same as the S&Ps. Wait for the daily to flip back up. Someone said SE. SE got smoked as well. The weekly's still technically in an uptrend, as is the monthly, but the daily needs to flip back up. So whenever the daily flips back into an uptrend, I'll be interested. Until then, it's just going to look kind of the same across the board for everything, guys. Let's check out that NQ, see how we did. It's pretty nice. Above that 30, we got about 35 points, so successful trade. Thoughts on RXRX? I've never heard of that ticker, I don't think. Recursion. Yeah, I don't really. I wouldn't touch this one personally, guys. I don't mess with stuff like that. Looks like that. Let me know, guys, if anyone has any other questions for me. You want to learn so bad? Appreciate the follow, Odie. The link is in the bio to join the Discord. My TikTok, guys, and Instagram is both Zach Austin Trades. Again, the mastermind starts in 10 days, guys. That'll give you guys A to Z insight, everything that I know. As I mentioned, so far this year with futures trading, I made $55,000 in withdrawals so far. Last week was a 17, 18, something like that, $19,000 week in options. And I took a $3,000 account to $20,000 over the last 7 trading sessions. No full porting, no earnings, none of that. Proper trades, just home runs trades happen to be, you know. Yeah, you can day trade on an iPad if you need. I already covered NVIDIA. Yeah, I covered NVIDIA 500 times. Again, if you're in the Discord, click link in the bio. If you still want me to cover names I already covered, I'm happy to do so if you're in the Discord. But for the sake of time, if you're not a paying Discord member, respectfully, you know, we're gonna skip on to the new tickers. But again, if you are a Discord member, feel free to post in the stock chat, tag me. What about RXRX? Not a fan. UNH marching? Yeah, UNH actually is one that's interesting for me. As is Hum. Yeah, this one's interesting too. This one's been consolidating for a while, but Ford, not a fan of this. Daily, weekly, monthly downtrend. Don't touch it. Any other questions, guys? Let me know. Any questions about futures? Any questions about myself? The Stock Dads Discord? Let it rip, guys. Let me know. I already covered SoFi, Petunia. My strategy, I use hourly levels, EMAs, and then a whole lot of market structure, trend analysis, all that good stuff, guys. Is going to school worth it? I didn't go to school for this. I just invested in my education. Again, my mastermind starts in 10 days. For those that want to join, click the link in the bio, guys. Link in the bio. Applications are live for the mastermind. We're only taking a certain amount of people. Good question. So the topics in the mastermind. Good question. So we have, as of right now, the curriculum is 12 sessions, 12 hour to hour and 15-minute long sessions. We go everything from A to Z, from the basics, from market structure, multi-time frame analysis, candlestick, analysis, all of that stuff, up to the stuff that's a little bit more proprietary for me. My EMA strategies, kind of how I use them and how I'm effective with them, differently than others. Then we go over my hourly level system, how I get my hourly levels, and why those are so key, and how are those are so key. And then I also cover everything to do with my option swing trading, which is kind of my bread and butter. Post earnings trades, which is also my day trade bread and butter. Those are the ones I've been hitting the home runs on. And then I'm going to teach you guys how to scale futures trading, right? So far this year, like I said, $55,000 in withdrawals on futures. I'm hoping to get a hell of a lot more. Am I a breakout retest trader? I do a little bit of everything, guys. Can you check out AMD? I don't love AMD. I do trade options. Yes, I do. Appreciate the follow, bro. I already covered AMD, guys. Again, just for the sake of time, guys, I can't go over the same tickers multiple times just because, like I said, I only have a certain amount of time on here. I'm probably going to only be on here another 10 minutes or so, maybe if that. I want to make sure I get to everybody's questions, everyone's tickers, and make sure there's no duplicates. And again, if you do want to make sure that your analysis does get handled, make sure you tag me in the Discord. If you tag me in the stock chat, I'll be happy to make sure I get it done, even if it's off stream. Do day trade options or longer amount of time you hang on to them? Both. It's a mixture. My main bread and butter is my swing trading. That's kind of the thing that I'm known for. My biggest trade of the year was a $17,000 winner in Alibaba. We took entry around here, and we rode this whole wave up. I sold around this 128, 130 marker, so I missed a little bit, but we got damn near the high. And again, that was a $17,000 trade for me. And again, I'm not using a whole lot of capital. As I just mentioned, I turned a $3,000 here. I can show you guys right here. This was in the last 7 trading days, guys. Last 7 trading days. Well, this was the last 5. This was the last 5 days. So this was $14,000 profit. But I'm showing the TikTok people right here. This account was at $3,000 last Thursday, and now it's sitting. Well, I took out 10 grand, but it was at $20,000. But I withdrew 10 grand from it. Yes, I will cover psychology and trading for sure. I have a whole session on psychology, and I have a whole session on pre-market procedures. Talking about what to do pre-market, how I scan, what I'm looking for, how to prepare for a trade, how to make a daily plan. I have an entire session on that. And sizing, yes, sizing. And guys, you're going to get access to my sizing template. You're going to get access to my futures playbook. I have about a 40 to 50 page book that I wrote. Book, guide, whatever you want to call it, but it's basically all my future strategies in a written little form. There's picture examples, there's chart examples, so not only are you going to get the actual classes, and they're live classes, by the way, guys, and you will have the recordings for life, but they are live, so you can ask questions in real time. But you're also going to get access to my futures playbook, and you're going to get access for no extra charge to whenever I make the version 2 of it. Baba was my best trade that I had, guys. I entered it in the beginning of February, and I rode it all the way up here. And again, it was a $17,000 winner. Yes, I post all the plays in the Discord, guys, in real time. I post them all in here. So like I said, I posted this last week. This is my Baba position, and it ran up. And I trimmed some around 485, so I realized about $600 worth, and I'm post it all in real time, guys. All in real time. The link is in the bio. The link is in the bio to join. Use code ZACH, Z-A-C-H, code ZACH. I'll type it on the screen. Oops. Code ZACH, like that. If you're not already in the Discord, code ZACH. You guys can see it. Code ZACH. Code ZACH gets you a 30% discount, guys. Make sure, again, if you're in the Discord, and for some reason, if I missed your ticker, I missed your analysis, I'm doing my best to look at all the different chats. Make sure you tag me in the stock chat with whatever tickers you want me to cover. I'll make sure I'll handle them, guys. think I answered all the questions. Yeah, I covered the psychology. Yes. Someone said Exxon. I don't really like trading oil names. Yeah, this name got smashed. Yeah, not a big fan, guys. I don't really like trading oil to begin with. It's just a really slow mover, and this daily chart does not look good. Weekly downtrend. Yeah, nothing about this chart that I like. I know you suggested prop firm, but we use our Schwab account. I don't want to open another prop firm account until I'm ready. I mean, I think it's actually the opposite. I would suggest that you don't use your own money until you're ready. Prop firms allow you to leverage small amounts of money. With your own personal funds, you need thousands of dollars. With a prop firm, you can get a Tradeify straight to funded account for $250, $300. You know, with your own funds, you need thousands and thousands. So, you know, again, it's all personal preference. If you have the money, you obviously can use it. There's no problem. Schwab is fine. I believe you can trade futures with them. I just probably wouldn't recommend that if you're a beginner. I would recommend risking as little capital as possible. I already covered Apple, guys. Worst thing about prop firms is trading futures. Trading futures is great. Like I said, 55,000 so far this year in withdrawals. I already covered Apple, guys, and again, remember, for the sake of time, I can't cover all the tickers you guys ask multiple times. But if you're in the Discord, tag me in the stock chat. I'll make sure to handle all of it. I'll handle all of it, guys. Schwab doesn't have a SIM account. I don't know what to tell you then. Sorry, I don't use Schwab personally. Can't help you out too much there. Trading futures is horrible. You're so limited. I trade futures, options, stock. It's great, guys. It's definitely not limited. Last week was, 20,000 across the board, and I was only using small capital, very little risk. Again, 3K to 20K in 7 trading sessions. HSBC. Probably be on another couple minutes, guys. So if anyone has any other last minute questions, feel free, let me know. Yeah, this is an ugly looking chart. Really ugly looking chart. This name got smoked. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this one, guys. Wouldn't touch this one personally. Daily's in a downtrend. Weekly's looking a little bit suspect. Monthly is trying to bounce, but really harsh dip there, right? So, not a fan. All these tickers look the same. I'm looking for stuff that looks like Crowd. I'm looking for stuff that looks like Costco. Looking for stuff that looks like PLTR. Find me those tickers, guys. I'll be on a couple more minutes, though, so let me know if anyone else has any other questions, guys. BKSY. Black Sky. Yeah, this name's got smoked as well. Daily, weekly, monthly downtrend. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this one, guys. Macroeconomics matter more. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing about it, guys. You can make money going up or down. You can buy calls, puts, does not matter. Last week I did a little hybrid of both and came out really nicely, guys. Do I do crypto? No, I don't personally do crypto. Last year I did a little bit. I made like 6 or 7 grand from just little trades, but I don't really put a lot of money into crypto. No, I just personally, again, I could be very wrong. I don't really see a world where we see a 10x in Bitcoin in anytime soon. Even like a 5x, I don't think I see that anytime soon. So for me personally, I would rather invest in other stuff. But again, that's me. There's nothing wrong with buying and holding increments, but that's just my personal opinion. Where's a good place to learn about TradingView and what your favorite shortcut commands? I teach that. Scaria in the mastermind. So again, the link is in the bio to apply for the mastermind. I have a little TradingView session as well. Again, guys, if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the bio for that. If you want to join the mastermind, which is basically my mentorship, we're taking on a limited amount of people. The applications are live as well for that. Is this day trading? Yes. Any last minute questions, guys, before I hop off about the mastermind in particular, about the mentorship? Does anyone have any questions about the mentorship? I'm done taking tickers, so I'm going to hop off here in a couple minutes. But if anyone has any questions about the Stock Dads Discord or my personal mentorship, let me know in the next minute or two here, or else I'm going to hop off, guys. Mela, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Let me know if anybody else has any other questions, guys. Any other questions, guys, about the mentorship or the Discord, let me know. When can you hear an update on the MM applications? You're gonna hear an update within the next 48 hours. We're gonna review them as a team, and then we'll go from there. Applied this morning, nice. Applications, you'll hear back in the next 1 to 2 days, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If anybody has any more questions, feel free to reach out on TikTok, Discord, or Instagram DMs. Have a good rest of the night, guys. For those in the Discord, I will catch you guys tomorrow. For those in the Mastermind, chat